In this video, we're talking about the value that solar brings to homeowners whenever you go renewable. Because this is really what we're selling. We're not selling solar, we're selling these 4 things: savings, better quality of life, predictability, and absolute certainty. The reason why when it comes to solar itself, we're not actually selling the solar. Like, people don't go solar just for the aesthetics. They don't just say, hey, you don't knock on somebody's door and like, dude, I've been wanting solar. I love the way it looks. Nobody says that. You know what I mean? Nobody says that. So your job whenever you get on the door, by asking questions, you got to figure out where they're at in one of these categories. And so I'll break these 4 categories down real quick. So the solar savings is a byproduct, because the price of energy that solar is producing, it's a lot cheaper than the electric companies. Better quality of life, because if these guys got solar, and if you know Luke, he's got 2 houses with solar. If these guys got solar, you can actually have a better quality of life, because you don't have to keep the thermostat at 80 trying to beat a bill. You can use it however you want, whenever you want. Predictability, because you already know exactly what you're going to pay when you go solar. Every month, like clockwork, you already know exactly how much you're going to pay. Certainty, you have absolute certainty, because that bill's not going to go up. So right now it's an amazing time to go renewable, but especially this certainty part. This is an actual human need. This is not just with solar. Everybody needs certainty. This is an actual human need. Nobody says that. Like, if you ask somebody, like, how much certainty do you want? They're like, oh no, I don't want any. Like, yeah, they want certainty. They want certainty. And so, like I said, the byproduct is savings. Savings is a byproduct. And so what you're doing at the door, you're trying to figure out by asking questions like, what do you keep your thermostat at during the summertime? Have you seen these increases? Where do you keep your thermostat in the summertime? That's for the better quality of life. And if you knock on somebody's door and they say, oh yeah, I saw the insert, that's because they're keeping track of it. There's a reason why they're looking at this stuff. If you think about it, like, there's no other utility company that these people can get. You can't get another utility company. There's only one utility company in every area. So whether it's SRP, APS, or wherever you're at, there's only one. You can't like crisscross. So if they know about the insert, it's because they're keeping a track on the money. So that's another little tip. The predictability, that goes back to what I just said, and certainty. Whenever you're on the door and you're having these conversations with them, you got to understand that these people know about solar. They've been talked to a lot. And there's various reasons. The main one that I always get is like, oh, it never made sense, the ROI. But whenever people are selling solar, they always talk about the savings. So, the really, really cool thing, Mr. Customer, about going solar, it's not just about the savings, but you can actually keep the thermostat wherever you want. Like, how you have it at 80 right now, you can have it at 70, and the price, your bill is not going to go up. It's going to stay the same, And then not only that, you have absolute certainty. And depending to, well, I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to say that. But I was going to say about a battery. Nah. So yeah, so this is the value. This is what we're trying to sell. And by asking questions whenever you're on the door, you're trying to figure out where this person's at. And this is what we're actually educating the people on. Because a lot of people, they think about solar and they just think about saving money. But solar is more than just that. Solar is more than just saving money. It's all these 4 things. And these are all values.